Here it is, the big essay. You should have been working on this throughout this past several weeks, but now is the time to put it all together. I don't have a specific assignment page for this because that is in your home-based document that you should have been referring to throughout the entire project, but let's go over some specifics. For this assignment, and I've broken down an outline for you, and you may use this in the classroom, your overall focus for the paper is going to be the topic background plus the specific literature plus the topic relevance. You should have been writing the main sections of your paper as you were going along. If you're following what I was telling you to do this week, all you're going to have to develop is a few paragraphs. But just in case, here is a whole overall, like how you're supposed to organize your whole paper. Remember, you should be writing full body paragraphs for your final essay. You should not be turning in an outline. You should be turning in the full essay. Okay, and you're going to break down your paper into different sections. I should see section titles. Okay, you should see introduction. I should see background, literary analysis, modern connections, conclusion, and works cited. Okay, a lot of what you see this outline should have already been completed in the weeks leading up to this week. The only new paragraphs you should have to write this week are the introduction, the modern day connection, and the conclusion. You have all week to do this. Okay, develop your introduction paragraph. You should have a hook. You should have an overview, which is those few sentences connecting your overview or your hook to your thesis statement. And then I'm giving you a thesis statement template here. You just have to fill in the blanks so that way it all makes sense. This sentence should be going to the end of your introduction paragraph. A thesis statement is not your hook. It should be the last thing I read in your introduction paragraph. It's your job to hook the reader in first and then smoothly transition to that thesis statement, okay? Your introduction should be more than just a couple sentences. If you are only giving me 3 sentences for an introduction paragraph, you're not going to get a good grade for that portion of the essay. You need to make sure you're writing a full introduction paragraph. Then we already went over this earlier in this project. You're going to give me that topic background information. Then you're going to give me your literary analysis. Here's where this is new, the modern day connection. You need to make sure you pick 2 articles. You're going to write a paragraph summarizing the first article. Tell me who, what, when, where, and why. Provide quotes, conclude your paragraph, and then provide commentary. What are the comparisons between then and now? What are you noticing? And what are the next steps or solutions you can propose? And then conclude your paragraph. You should do this again for the second article that you read. Then you're going to write a conclusion. Rephrase your thesis statement. Do not just copy and paste it here. Remember, a concluding paragraph is a mirror of your introduction paragraph. Conclude the essay, briefly review what you just read without sounding repetitive, and then explain why it matters that your reader just read the paper. What makes what you wrote important? And then leave a lasting thought. Okay, so there are lots of good resources that you should look at while developing your essay. Use this outline to help develop those ideas and organize your thoughts. You can just fill out briefly here because then you'll develop your MLA formatted paper. There's lots of helpful links. There's Essay Help, which is going to give you a lot of helpful information on how to write your thesis statement, how to write your body paragraphs, revising your work, formatting your paper, lots of helpful information there. If you need help creating a title, I have that here as well. So there's all sorts of ways to create a strong title because I am looking for that. And finally, if you're not sure on how to create an MLA formatted paper, after all of that, I have templates in here. If you're planning on using Microsoft Word, you need to click this link. If you plan on using Google Docs, you can follow this link. And each one of them gives you a lovely template as to how to format your paper. Okay, and remember, I am looking for those section titles. If you have any questions at all about this paper, you need to answer or ask them before you submit it because there will be no revisions for this essay We just don't, there's no time for that. So make sure whatever you're submitting, you're confident in, because there are no revisions after this. Finally, in the classroom, this is the rubric. This is how I'm going to be grading you. So if you want a clear idea of what you need to do in order to achieve the grade, your goal grade, this is what I would suggest you look at. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you and good luck.